Pakistan's Prime Minister has actively been engaging in high-level back-channel diplomacy in hopes of finding an off-ramp. Shehbaz Sharif said he's been speaking with the US and neighbouring countries in the region to create a conducive environment for talks. He told the Iranians that he hoped collective action could create a viable path to ending hostilities. The Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said he appreciated the efforts, but added that talks and mediation first required building trust. Well, for more, Osama bin Javed joins us from Islamabad. Can you just talk us through these mediation efforts that are set to get underway tomorrow, Sunday there? How is this all going to work?
Well, Islamabad has now become the hub of all the diplomatic activity that you're seeing to try and bring an end to the American-Israeli war on Iran. What we've been seeing in the last few hours is the arrival of the Egyptian foreign minister, the arrival of the Turkish foreign minister, and we're also expecting in the next few hours we'll see the Saudi as well as the Pakistani foreign minister, who are going to be here to hold these talks. These four-way talks are essentially a platform that was discussed in Riyadh as soon as there was a meeting between regional and Gulf countries. This is a platform where essentially they're going to be taking decisions, steps to try and, what you heard from the Prime Minister of Pakistan, build trust, as well as try and bring an end to the hostilities. This comes as President Donald Trump, who first announced a 48-hour, then a week-long, and now a 10-day extension in that deadline. So we're expecting these foreign ministers to come together. The foreign minister of Pakistan is essentially trying to find his way to build a regional bloc of sorts, where these regional powers, as well as Indonesia, Malaysia, and others, are going to come together. It's worth noting that the Pakistani foreign minister has also, in the last few hours, spoken to the Iranian foreign minister, and we are expecting that Iran has somewhat agreed to sending an emissary of a stature who can hold these negotiations directly or indirectly with the Americans. In the last few hours, we've heard from the foreign minister as well that at least 20 ships are going to be allowed to come to Pakistan via the Strait of Hormuz on 2 ships per day. And that is going to be another confidence-building measure to try and bring an end to hostilities and tell the Americans that they've been somewhat successful in opening the Strait of Hormuz.
And Osama, finding a diplomatic solution is vital for Pakistan because it really does depend on the Strait of Hormuz reopening. Can you just talk us through how bad the energy crisis is getting in the country right now?
Well, in Pakistan, there's been a closure of schools. The government officials have been told to ration supplies of fuel. There has also been some fuel that has been brought in from Saudi Arabia. But it is a country which is facing a crunch because more than 60% of its supplies come via the Gulf nations. But also, you have to realize that Pakistan is neighbors to Iran. Any sort of conflict escalating in Iran, any sort of hostilities escalating in Iran, which could possibly turn towards movement of people, Pakistan is going to face them. Pakistan also wants to play a role because of its historic ties with the Iranians, with the Gulf nations. It has an open line of communication with the Chinese, as well as the Pakistani field marshal, who has a special relationship with Donald Trump. So all of that considered, the Pakistanis believe that they have a unique position. They have a lot to lose if the war escalates, and that is something they share with the Gulf countries as well, because if this war carries on, it has the potential to bring down not just the regional economies, but the economies of the world.
Indeed. Thank you so much for that, Osama. Osama bin Javed for us in Islamabad.